What is up, everyone? I am back with another Baseball9 cheat engine video, simply because I had a number of inquiries, like questions asking about why cheat engine wouldn't even run in the first place, or like how do you specifically do something. So I kind of wanted to just go back a little slower, just recap exactly how you're supposed to cheat this game, and on top of that, I also wanted to show actually a very overpowered method to cheat this game, rendering gems useless, which is such a good thing that I found out. Anyways, let's jump into it. Alright, so first of all, I'd like to start off by saying that as far as I know, this cheat only works with BlueStacks. It's the only thing I have tried it with. I don't know about any other emulator. You may be able to find the emulators in this drop down menu where it says process list. Like, if you click this little button here, select the process to open, you might be able to see it in these processes here. Because for me, I'm using BlueStacks, so I see this HD player here. It's like the only one that I see active, basically. And so that's how I know that it's the actual application I'm supposed to cheat in. I'm not sure about other emulators, but I know for a fact that for BlueStacks, it should definitely work. One other thing though, I have tried to do this on my laptop, and cheat engine for whatever reason would not show this HD player whatsoever. I have a reason to believe this is due to the Windows Defender, or like the laptop, protecting your system, thinking that cheat engine's like a virus or something. But I do know for a fact that cheat engine is safe to use, otherwise I wouldn't even be promoting this at all. Instead, I'd be advising against it if that were the case, but it's probably definitely having to do with like the core isolation settings in Windows. Alright, so just so you guys know what I'm talking about, I will show you here in the settings. So if you go here in the search bar, search up core isolation, it should be this thing that pops up here. So this screen here says core isolation. So the thing you need to look out for is both memory integrity and local security authority protection. So essentially all this is protecting your computer against like firewall breaches or like any kind of like cybersecurity attack. And so since Windows detects cheat engine as like some kind of virus threat, it could be like the reason why you don't have like full permissions or like full access to like, even seeing like as many processes as you'd like to. So this could be like the reason why you can't see your specific like executable file here, or like program I should say. And so it's really probably correlated to your computer just trying to protect you. Cheat engine is safe, by the way. Like, it is proven to be like a reputable program with like no issues whatsoever, and if that weren't the case, obviously I wouldn't be promoting it. But yeah, just make sure that memory integrity and local security authority protection are turned off, because it might be the reason why you can't see your process to begin with. So that's one big thing that I found that you should look out for. Alright, so the next thing I kind of wanted to go over was the leveling system, or like cheating the levels. And so there's a point in time where you can go too high, because there are like skill caps. Let me show you, for instance, like this character here, he's already high enough. Like, he's pretty much already reached the cap for each stat. And when you compare him with this guy, he's also pretty much already reached like the cap. So there's no point in like going to like level 1000, because they're essentially going to perform I can't fucking speak. They're essentially going to perform around the same level too. But yeah, I noticed that this cap is like roughly around level, like an average of like 200 on each category for the stats. So yeah, just be aware that cheating to an extent, like going way too high, it's just pointless. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that once you hit above level 150, so like this guy is 155, you cannot change it anymore. As soon as you hit level 150, there is no way for you to change your level at all. Okay, so now I want to move into the actual juicy part, the part everyone wants to hear about. So this new cheat method that I found is OP, because you could literally exploit every game reward that you can find throughout some of the games. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do now is show you guys a spreadsheet to see what games have special rewards, and you guys will absolutely need this to know which league you're in and what games offer what rewards. So here I will quickly show you the spreadsheet. I will also post it in the description. Okay, so here's the spreadsheet I'm talking about. Shout out goes to a Reddit user who actually created this like years ago. But here are like the rewards for each different league. And so for the later games, you can also see like the shorter games and like the longer games, and like you will see every single reward here. And so I'll eventually get into why you will need this. Okay, so I'm kind of skipping forward here because I forgot to mention a kind of a prerequisite that you need. And so essentially what you need is at least 4 of these star badges, because we are trying to skip the same game to continuously win this prime badge reward or whatever reward you choose to get. So now let's jump back into the game, and as you have Cheat Engine ready, click on League and then make sure you're on this screen. And so I've also explained this before in my previous video, but I'll explain it again briefly. But if you know what you're doing, just go ahead and find the game you're at. But I'll quickly go over that again. And so to do this, go ahead and just type in the game you're in and then subtract 1. So for instance, I'm on game 46 now. Subtract 1, so now just search up 45 because this is the actual game we're on right now, or like how many we actually did play. So go ahead and do first scan, let that go through, and then what you want to do now is just quick result the game. And so then now that that happened, go back to Cheat Engine, just go ahead and add 1 to that because we just simulated another game. Hit next scan and keep doing this until this actually goes down to the game you're in, or like till all these other ones disappear and you only end up with 1. So as you can see, I simulated a couple more games, and so now you'll end up with like 2 values. Just go ahead and drop those down. And then now here is where I'm gonna tell you to refer back to the spreadsheet. And so right now I'm in Royal 1, so just look here at the top left next to your name. Make sure you look at the league you're in. And so now we go back to the spreadsheet, right? And so me, I'm going to Royal 1 because that's where I'm at. Except unfortunately for me, actually I didn't even realize this. Well, for me I'm screwed, but I think it's actually the same as Royal 2 maybe? I swear it's the same thing, but anyways, I'll go ahead and try out this game 152 out of 60 here. So I'm gonna try that. I think that's what it actually is in game, if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna go ahead and select these 2 values just in case, and then just hit 152. And then what this does is it jumps me to the actual game. Alright, so instead of this prime badge, what I actually would highly suggest you to do is go back to that spreadsheet and just look for whatever game gives stars. So do that because you want to rack up as many stars as you can so you can continuously cheat other items too. And so I'm going to go ahead and go back into BlueStacks, and so I'm just going to go ahead and select the game that has stars. And so I actually kept record of this, but if you're in Prime, or what am I saying? If you're in Royal 1, it's gonna be game 109 that offers stars. So just back, and as you can see, here's your reward. And so here is a very important thing now. You want to make sure that these 2 are now selected as active. It forces the game to actually stay on this certain game. So as we are quick resulting times 10, it's forcing the game to actually give us this reward over and over. But bear in mind, the game will crash. It's okay. I know it's a painful process, but it is so worth it, I promise you. Okay, so now I'm gonna start simulating the games. And so try to follow along carefully. Watch the video first. So, as soon as I'm going to quick play, try to slowly count to roughly 9 and then deselect these active values here on Cheat Engine. That's what helped prevent the game from crashing, or at least from what I've been testing. If you like kind of carefully timed it, then you should be fine. The game would likely not crash, and you should be able to continuously do the cheat. But sometimes it may still crash a little bit ahead of time, but don't worry. You won't lose anything. And so now, again, make sure that's active. I'm gonna quick result. So start counting in your head a little bit. Yeah, it was roughly like 9. And so you can see here the games are playing. And so keep in mind you will get this weird screen here. That's fine. And now you can see here we won 4 games out of those simulated. And so I'm telling you to count to 10 because the longer we force the game to stay on this game 109, game 109, the more rewards we will get. And so now that this screen has played, what we want to do, so actually getting 4 stars doesn't really benefit me. We didn't really gain anything, but now that everything's simulated, just change this back, whichever value did change. Just change it back to 109. Go ahead and select it again. Just move on. And so hopefully now you understand why this cheat is very OP. But I'm gonna go ahead and try that again. Then another thing, if your team is actually way better, then you're pretty much guaranteed to win the rewards. So I'm actually gonna switch out to a much better team, or like a much better lineup, so that we actually win the reward. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then continue simulating games. Okay, so I substituted in all my overpowered pitchers and batters, and so I'm gonna go back to the games. And I'm gonna continue simulating, so as you can see, remember to check that active checkbox. Quick result, and then slowly count to 10, and then unselect the games on Cheat Engine. Okay, and so now this is finally simulated again. Real quick, go back to 109. We can check this again. And so now we'll get all our rewards again. Bam! We got 9 stars. This cheat is so overpowered. But yeah, like I said, just try to accumulate as much stars as you can, so that way you can continuously do this cheat for longer, and then do this with prime badges. And so now next up, what I want to try it with is actually doing it with the prime badges, because I really want to show you guys that this really does work with anything. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the game that offers the prime badges. So go ahead and refer back to that spreadsheet if you have to. And so I'm going to refresh this screen real quick. And you can see here, we have the prime badges. And so make sure this is active, and then I'm going to do it again. Simulate, and then wait 10 seconds, roughly 10 seconds, 9, 10. That's what you really want to aim for. Oh my god, that's what you really want to aim for. Okay, so now that's simulated, and then here's going to give us our rewards. And then bam, 9 prime badges. 9! For fuck's sake. We're fucking rich now, and so you can go ahead and go back to what do you call it, like wherever your badges are. So I had none before, and now it shows I had 9. I ain't really showed what I had before, but I can straight up do it again and show you. I'm gonna do that real quick just to actually show you that this does work. So I'm not gonna skip over anything, just so you guys can physically see that this isn't bullshit. And so just refresh this. Cool, we got that. Okay, so unfortunately it crashed this time, but I don't know if I did get the rewards or not, but I will skip forward and see what happened. Okay, unfortunately my game crashed and it did not actually reward me my badges, but I can always try again. So I will do that real quick. And so I'm gonna have to start over from scratch, and so I'm gonna find the game again and then update you guys. Okay, so I am back. Oops, I didn't mean to start the scan, but I'm back. And then, like I said, I'll do this again. And so I'm gonna simulate. Okay, I kind of stopped it a little earlier just because I didn't want to risk this thing crashing again. But as you have seen, I had 9 badges before. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time. Bam, we get 7 again. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go back. And we can see I have 16 now. And so, yeah, this is actually such an amazing cheat. But anyways, I really hope that this video was simple and like very effective as to how to effectively cheat, ultimately cheat anything that you want in the game. And so yeah, as a quick recap, just make sure that you have enough star badges here so that you can continuously keep skipping games over and over, and that way you keep getting your reward, whatever badges you want, anything at all. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Well, I wouldn't even say quick, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this detailed video. Hopefully it helps your cheating experience in this game. But anyways, as always, I hope you all stay chillin' and make sure to pop a cold one.